Hello everyone, it's SpursRadio96 here, and welcome to the 17th episode of the FIFA 19 AS Monaco Career Mode. We begin today's episode with the first leg of the UEFA Champions League quarter-final away at the Etihad Stadium against the English champions Manchester City. If you haven't checked out the previous episode, I advise you do so. We had a very good episode actually. We progressed to the French Cup semi-finals, beating second division side Ver AC 3-0 on their own patch. Then we had two Liga Conferama victories against EA Gringap and SM Kane. As you can see, look at the knockout phase table. Fantastic ties with PSG, Man United, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool and Schalke all in action. No doubt this is going to be a fantastic battle between two of the top clubs in their respective countries. The last time Manchester City played AS Monaco was in the quarter-finals of the Champions League in 2017, when it was Pep Guardiola's first season in charge of Manchester City. I think it finished, 6-4 at the Etihad Stadium to Manchester City, and then Monaco won the reverse leg to progress on the away goal rule. I think it finished 6-6 on aggregate, but look at the lineup for Manchester City. The full first team comes into play. The front three of Sane, Aguero and Sterling. The midfield consists of De Bruyne, Silva and Fernandinho. And look at the back, the defence, they've got Kyle Walker, Otamendi, Sergio Ramos and David Alaba from Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, and the goalkeeper of Edison. For Monaco, the full first team is of course called into Champions League duty. A few familiar faces returns to Manchester City, the likes of Benjamin Mendy and Bernardo Silva. Ramadou Falcao was a Man United player, and of course Fabinho and Tielemans has played at Manchester City in the Premier League for Liverpool and Leicester City. On to the first half highlights. The 7th minute, Monaco dispossessed Manchester City there. Here's Falcao, and Mbappe's calling for the ball and he's onside. That's a good save from Edison. First blood goes to Monaco. 30th minute. Oh, and mistake there, I think it was from Alaba. Tielemans crosses it in and Edison punches it away. Fabinho has the ball and his strike is deflected off Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne. Monaco have the first corner of the match. Monaco really turning up the wick in the first leg at the Etihad Stadium. The crowd will be getting up to cheer Man City on. Tielemans takes the corner. Oh, and thinks Sadib was in there, but Kevin De Bruyne heads it out of play, and Monaco will have another chance. Coming up to the 34th minute now. Tielemans takes the cross and then towards Sadib. Sadib has scored for right back. His first goal of the season. What a time to score your first goal of the season in the Champions League quarter-final. First leg at Manchester City, and Man City are behind on their own turf against AS Monaco. Monaco have been turning up the wick as the first half has progressed, and Manchester City's resistance is broken. A brilliant header from Sadib. What an unexpected goal scorer in the Champions League quarter-final. Oh, Edison, no chance of that header. That was a brilliant header from Sadib. And no doubt, Monaco have the advantage in this Champions League quarter-final for now. It's Manchester City 0, AS Monaco 1. And there goes the added time of the first half. It's Monaco who is in control on the pitch and on the score sheet. First half, pretty good really. We a bit slow to begin with, but we managed to get up to speed and cause Manchester City a few problems. But the main talking point was Sadib scores his first goal of the season with a brilliant header from a corner. And at half-time in the first leg, it is Manchester City 0, AS Monaco 1. What a surprise. Man City, my view, were the favourites going into this quarter-final, but so far they haven't proven to be their normal selves. And the other grounds, Schalke lead Liverpool by 1-0. On to the 66th minute, Manchester City a bit more better defensive, but Monaco on the attack here on the 67th minute. And Bernardo Silva with a fantastic strike, and Edison had to make a brilliant save to deny Silva scoring on his old turf. against his former club. But on the 85th minute, Manchester City have a corner. De Bruyne is off. Fernandinho with a strike, and that's a brilliant save from Areola. The ball's out of play. No, it's not. Fernandinho has another chance. And it's all going off in the box. Sidib's managed to get the ball under control. And in the added time of the second half, Bernardo Silva had a chance to score and finish the game off on the counter-attack. But the full-time whistle was blown. AS Monaco take a massive away victory in the Champions League. They have beaten Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium 1-0 thanks to a corner from Sidib, his first goal of the season, thanks to his remarkable header from Sidib, in fact. Manchester City much better in the second half. They turned up the wick, but they were no match for Monaco's resolute defence. Areola made a brilliant save in the last few minutes against Fernandinho. But full time, it is Manchester City 0, AS Monaco 1. What a surprise. And the other scoreline, Schalke could not beat Liverpool. It finished 1-1 at the Veltins Arena. So let's go on to the second game of the episode, where we will actually conclude the UEFA Champions League quarter-final. Of course, we're back on home territory at the Stade Louis II in Monaco after our fantastic result in Manchester. Manchester City will no doubt be probably seething with anger, desperate to end this little drought, if you like, of not getting to the semi-finals. They haven't made it since 2016, as I said at the beginning of the video. But for the other teams, PSG, Manchester United, that's level as well. And I think Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid, their tie is level as well. So it's all to play for in the Champions League. Let's take a look at the lineups for the second leg of the Champions League. For Monaco, it will remain the same team, same lineup for the second consecutive match in a row. Of course, we gave them quite a rest, the first team. They didn't play at all in the previous episode after they had the reserve team took charge of those two Liga Confirma games against SM Sitcane and EA Gringat, plus, of course, that Cup quarter-final away match at second division side Hervé-Hassy. That was the French Cup, the Coupe Nationale. And let's take a look at the lineups for Manchester City, who no doubt will be very eager to get this drought off their backs. They haven't made the Champions League semi-final since 2016, and they have yet to make it under Pep Guardiola's leadership. As you can see, a few changes there for Manchester City. Jordi Alba is relegated to the bench. David Silva is no longer in the squad either. Shinji Kagawa comes in, as does David Alaba. I made a mistake. It was Jordi Alba who played in the previous match. The front three remains the same for the second leg. On to the 26th minute. Manchester City on the ball, no doubt determined to get something from this game. De Bruyne, and that's a good strike there from Sergio Aguero. Good build-up play from Manchester City that we know we sometimes hate and sometimes love, depending who you support. That's a good save from Alphonse Areola to preserve his clean sheet. On to the 32nd minute. Monaco on the counter-attack. Here's Thomas Lemar fending off challenges there from the Manchester City defence. But here comes Bernardo Silva to take the strike. And he's fractionally wide. That was a golden chance to put Monaco in front in the second leg and extend their lead on aggregate. Inches wide from Bernardo Silva. 38th minute. Monaco still brimming with confidence on the charge. Ramadan Falcao. He's going to take the strike, and that's a good save from Edison. And Man City clear their lines. But there goes the half-time whistle in the second leg. No doubt Monaco and Manchester City have had chances. Both teams really springing their attacks, springing their chances on the counter-attacks. But good save from Edison to deny Falcao. And Bernardo Silva ever so close to scoring against his former club. But half-time, Monaco in control. It's Monaco 0, Manchester City 0. And as it stands, Monaco will advance 1-0 on aggregate. And around the other grounds, Liverpool are drawing Schalke 1-1 at Anfield. into the second half highlights. The 63rd minute, Manchester City much more organised and playing like themselves. Kagawa leaves the ball to Sterling, and he's in space. Raheem Sterling has levelled for tie for Manchester City. They lead at the Stade Louis II, and he celebrates with Pep Guardiola and his players. And Manchester City now have the platform to maybe come from behind to win and progress to the semi-finals. Monaco will have to improve after a deadly team play there for Manchester City. Monaco players deflated. Brilliant play, build-up play there from, I think it was Aguero, Sterling, or maybe De Bruyne, Sterling, Kagawa and Sterling. Sterling, I thought, he was waiting in the box, ample to space, not really good. I thought he was going to maybe wait to pick out a player, but took the strike on his left foot. Lovely curling finish. Areola, no chance there. And Pep Guardiola, now he feels that his team have the confidence to maybe do something special in this tie. Raheem Sterling scores again in the Champions League. It's 1-1. Added time of the second half. Monaco have a corner. Tielemans takes it. Sadib couldn't quite do it. And that's another good chance. Monaco really trying to score desperately to get the tie in their favour. Tielemans with the effort. That's a good save for Madison. Monaco denied once again. And there goes the full-time whistle. It's 1-1 on aggregate. 1-0 to Manchester City after the full-time whistle here at the Stade Louis II, which means it will continue into extra time. And it's only going to be a test for the Monaco players. Full-time, it's Monaco 0, Manchester City 1, 1-1 on aggregate. Extra time is to come. And extra time will also come for Liverpool and Schalke, who can't be separated as their scoreline finished 1-1. The 98th minute, the first period of extra time, Monaco somehow got the energy to go on the counter. Bernardo Silva lays a pass to Falcao. Can he score finally? No, he could not. Edison denies him again for the second time in this match. Falcao yet to get on the score sheet in the Champions League quarter-final. Somehow Edison denies Falcao. At this moment, Edison is Manchester City's man of the match for me. He has denied Monaco so many chances, clearly on Falcao. Added time of the first half. Gabriel Jesus, the substitute, takes a strike, and Monaco trying to come for his Gar, crossing it in, and Areola heads it, punches it out of the box. Monaco could go on the counter, but the first period of extra time comes to an end. Still nothing to separate, but clearly Manchester City are ringing in the changes with Gabriel Jesus and Gar coming onto the pitch. It's now Monaco just hanging on at the moment, and penalties could be likely if Monaco sustain this, maintain this pressure. 108th minute of the second half. Manchester City with the freshness. Jesus, Sterling, and Herrera! Hector Herrera comes off the substitutes bench, and Manchester City, who are 1-0 down in this tie, are now 2-1 up and are heading for the quarter-final, for the semi-finals of the Champions League. Monaco are in huge trouble and have it all to do with 10 minutes left to play. Look at that brilliant build-up play, just like they did with the first goal with Sterling. But Hector Herrera, what a brilliant finish on his right foot. Fantastic, powerful strike. And Areola could not get a hand to that either. And Manchester City are in the driving seat in this Champions League quarter-final second leg. And Hector Herrera scores his first goal of the Champions League. What a time to do it. And it's Manchester City, Monaco, who are now 2-0 down against Manchester City. But on the 112th minute, Monaco need to score quickly. Falcao, Mbappe crosses in towards Falcao, and Edison denies him again. Sensational. Into the added time of the second period of extra time. Bernardo Silva trying all his worth, and he's crossing in towards Falcao. The former Manchester United player scores against Manchester City. Radamel Falcao finally gets the ball past Edison. Edison is finally denied by the Monaco captain, but it is all too late. Monaco will need another goal to at least take it, to effectively win the tie. But with less than a minute or two to go in the added time of extra time, it is looking unlikely, unfortunately. But Radamel Falcao at least gets his 6th goal in the Champions League. It's AS Monaco 1, Manchester City 2. But unfortunately, it will prove nothing but a consolation. And the full-time whistle goes. AS Monaco's Champions League run is over. Eliminated in the quarter-finals by Manchester City. There will be no repeat of the quarter-final victory of 2017 between Monaco and Manchester City. Man City advanced to the semi-finals for the first time under Pep Guardiola's leadership. Monaco tried all there were. Falcao had so many chances denied by Edison, and Monaco eventually ran out of steam, and Man City took the advantage. Full time, it is Monaco 1, Manchester City 2. It's finished 2-2 in aggregate, with Manchester City progressing on the away goal rule. And with that disappointment, we have to concentrate on the league, which we can still attain a trophy, but we have one of the biggest away matches of the season. We will be away at the Parc des Princes, away, of course, home to the reigning French champions, Paris Saint-Germain. There's tifo of Neymar, who's had a bit of a rocky time with PSG of late, that's fair to be said. Monaco are still the top scoring side in the league, scoring 65 goals. Paris Saint-Germain are the 5th scoring best side, so only scoring 53, so 12 goals less than what Monaco have scored. Monaco are indeed first in the league with 69 points, but a defeat here from Paris Saint-Germain would really blow the title race wide open. It will put PSG, Marseille, Saint-Etienne right back into contention. Player to watch is, of course, Alphonse Areola, who returns to his former club, as does Kylian Mbappe. And he'll be desperate to end this little scoreless streak, so to speak. He didn't score in either of the Champions League quarter-final matches. He also didn't score in the match against Nice in the French Cup round 16. And since then, he hasn't scored at all against Bordeaux, Nantes, Lyon, and Montpellier HSC. That is a run of 7 games in all competitions. The lineup for Paris Saint-Germain will be in a 4-4-3 with captain Buffon in goal, the defence of Meunier, Marquinhos, Kimpembe and Bertrand, the midfield of Rabiot, Verratti and Draxler, and up front Neymar, Edison Cavani and Angel Di Maria. It was a gamble to put on this team again for the 3rd straight match. The energy levels will be low, but I feel it is the best thing we have to do. We have to match Monaco with pace and power, and I feel that hopefully this team could do it. Of course, Mbappe, wow, what a chance, what a place to be to end your scoring drought against your former club. And let's let this fantastic showdown begin. On to the 5th minute, Monaco straight away on the charge, but PSG have a chance here and they've come through, and Neymar's got the ball. Isn't it just typical? PSG's #1 man, Neymar, opens the scoring in this critical match in the title race. Neymar scores. It's Paris Saint-Germain 1, AS Monaco 0, and that is going to blow the title race wide open. Monaco on the front foot. They had a corner, I think, but PSG went straight on the counter-attack, and Neymar scores with a great finish on his right foot. Alphonse Areola will not be getting a clean sheet against his former club, and the world's most expensive player is on the score sheet for Paris Saint-Germain. His 11th goal of the season. Monaco have it all to do in the Parc des Princes. It's PSG 1, Monaco 0 after only 7 minutes. A disaster. The 12th minute, Monaco need to respond. Falcao resists to tackle them. Falcao's got the ball, and that's a good save from Gianluigi Buffon. Still, Monaco keep the ball in play. Crossed it in. Falcao, another header, and just wide. It's not going right for Falcao at the moment. He's doing all the right things, creating chances, but either goals are being saved, shots are being saved, or just going fractionally wide from going in the net. Incredible. 27th minute. Former man Mbappe with a phenomenal strike, and Buffon has to make an incredible save. Mbappe desperate to end his scoreless streak, and that was an absolute cracker. World-class strike. Buffon with a world-class save to match it. On to the 31st minute, and Monaco and PSG are on the attack. Angel Di Maria's got the ball, crosses it in. Oh, Henriks clears it. Oh, and Bernardo Silva's giving it away, and Rabiot with a strike that matches with a great save from Areola. Areola's desperate not to concede any more goals on his former club's turf. Oh, might have been going over the bar anyway, but Areola felt he needed to make the save. And in the added time of the first half, it is Paris Saint-Germain who is in control on the score sheet after a pretty open contest between these two teams. Both teams creating chances, some fantastic saves being made by both goalkeepers, Falcao will be frustrated not to go on the score sheet after he had 2 attempts, both fractionally wide, 1 off target and 1 saved by Buffon. But Neymar's early strike means Paris Saint-Germain is in control. On to the second half, while it's just starting. Limar's on the ball, and he's going to cross the end. Falcao's there, and he's hit the crossbar. Incredible. How unlucky is Falcao? Neymar's got a chance, and Mbappe, and it's hit the crossbar as well. This is incredible. 53rd minute, Monaco are not giving up. They have to go on the charge. Oh, and Marquinhos tackles badly there. Mbappe, oh, it's it, and he took another strike. And Buffon saves. Monaco throwing everything at Paris Saint-Germain, and somehow they have not scored. They've hit the crossbar twice. Mbappe had another chance to end that scoreless streak, but Buffon made a save. 76th minute, Areola, oh, badly gives the ball away again. Here's Verratti for PSG. Now it's Rabiot. Back to Verratti now. Verratti looking at his options, and Draxler with an effort there, and Areola makes the save. On to the 81st minute. Monaco can go on the counter-attack. Bernardo Silva has Falcao got the legs and the strength he has, and it's going to go in. Surely now it's off the line. But look at the controversy here. It may look to low. He cleared it off the line, but look at what the player, I don't know who was clearing it. Might have been Marquinhos, but look. He's cleared it through the... He's got his foot through the post, through the netting, and he's cleared it off the line. That goal should stand. He shouldn't have cleared it off the line. Look, his leg has glitched through the post and the net, and he's kept it out. Well, what controversy in Paris. The added time. Monaco have another chance. Mbappe thinking another chance, and somehow Lemar and Buffon denies him. But a very cruel and possibly a huge defeat in the title race for AS Monaco. Paris Saint-Germain, they have taken a big step forward towards retaining their title. They've got themselves back in the race at least. Neymar's early strike was the early difference in a pretty close contest. Monaco threw everything at them. Falcao had multiple saves from Buffon, hit the crossbar, Mbappe hit the crossbar, and that goal line clearance is just wrong. I mean, how can the player glitch through the post and the goal netting to clear the ball? Unbelievable. But the result stands, and it's Paris Saint-Germain 1, Monaco 0. And let's look at the table. It's all changed now. Monaco still top, but with 69 points. They have a game in hand, luckily. They've got 21 wins, 6 draws, 5 defeats, 65 goals scored, the best goal scorers in the league, but now 26 conceded. Olympique Marseille, they are now level on points with also 69 points. They have 20 wins, 9 draws, 4 defeats, 57 goals scored, 22 conceded, still the best defence in the league. Saint Etienne is third with 67 points, with 20 wins, 7 draws, 6 defeats, 58 goals scored, 30 conceded. Lyon is still in 5th place, but they've played a game more. They have 64 points, 19 wins, 7 draws, 7 defeats, 54 goals scored, 31 conceded. And there's Paris Saint-Germain, the reigning champions, in 5th, and they have a chance to go up to, well, 4th place for now. They've got a game in hand. They've got 63 points, 18 wins, 9 draws, 5 defeats, 54 goals scored, 25 conceded. Montpellier HSC is 6th with 53 points, a point ahead of Stade Rennais, who is 7th with 53. Nantes is 8th with 49 points. So Europa League is playoffs, I presume, is getting quite... I presume that's 6th place is the playoffs, or 5th maybe. It's getting quite interesting. 9th is Toulouse with 42 points, so they're safe for next season. Amiens SC is 10th, and they're safe as well. 11th is Bordeaux with 38 points, edging towards safety. EA Gringamp is 12th with 36 points. Lille is 13th with 35 points, still charging up the table towards safety. Nice is 14th with 34 points, still with the most draws of anyone, 16 draws. Angers SC is 15th with 33 points. Dijon is 16th with 32 points. RC Strasbourg is ahead of the relegation zone on goal difference. They've got 31 points. Stade de Reims is 18th with 31 points as well. And Dijon still, somehow, they may not be in the relegation zone, but they've conceded 55 goals. That is one of the worst, or probably the worst, defensive record in the league. In terms of the lowest goal scorers, I think that goes to Nîmes Olympique, who is 19th with also 31 points. They've scored us 25 goals, and SMK still rooted at the bottom now. 4 wins, 12 draws, 17 defeats, 30 goals scored, 51 conceded. And yeah, they've got the least amount of wins in the league. And the most defeats of anyone goes to Angus SCO, who was somehow in 15th place, but just 2 points above 18th and 19th place. So it's incredibly tight. Not just for the title or Champions League or Europa League places, but the bottom of the table as well. And it's going to be absolutely fascinating to see who will, finish in those positions in the end. So let's take a look at the UEFA Champions League quarter-final results. Manchester United lost to Paris Saint-Germain on the aggregate rule. It was 3-3 on aggregate on the away goal rule. Sorry, PSG advanced on the away goal rule to finish 3-3 on aggregate. Atletico Madrid beat the German champions Bayern Munich 2-1. So they're in the semi-finals once again. Of course, Manchester City go through. And Liverpool just about get through past Schalke. They won 5-4 on penalties after the match, and the aggregate scoreline, the scoreline on aggregate finished 2-2. And let's take a look then at the semi-final fixtures for the Champions League. And as you can see, we've got Liverpool versus Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City versus Atletico Madrid. So PSG, they're in the driving seat to become the first team to win the Champions League French club since Marseille did all back in the 90s. And the other, let's look at the quarter-final results of the Europa League. Tottenham Hotspur won the London European Derby against Chelsea, 5-2 on aggregate. Bayer Leverkusen lost the German battle against Borussia Dortmund 4-1 on aggregate. Arsenal won 3-0 against Napoli to progress to the semi-finals, so a good result there for Arsenal. Real Betis lost 4-2 to West Ham, so it could be an all-English final, and what a prospect we've got. We've got in the semi-finals, we've got Tottenham Hotspur versus West Ham United, Borussia Dortmund versus Arsenal, so there's a possibility we could have a North London derby European final. I don't think that ever happened in history, so that will be some achievement if that does happen. Let's look at the fixtures for the next episode, and we begin with a huge match to start with. Will be away at the Stade Velodrome against Olympique de Marseille in the Coupe Nationale, the French Cup semi-finals. Then we have Liga games to contend with. We're away at Stade Rennais, so that's going to be a tough match. And then we conclude the episode with a home match against struggling Stade de Reims. So yeah, just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. I'm trying to finish up as quickly as possible before release of FIFA 20. And as always, we'll see you for the next episode. Take care.